Welcome everybody. Bonjour. Welcome to the Jezebelle Trinity podcast, tape 5. I now this last time it was fine, it was good to go, but if you look behind me, I have a mirror back there and I need to cover that up while I'm going live. I don't know, I just do. I just do things. I don't ask why, but I just do them. And some of you may know why, and put them in the comments. Tell me why I do that. Like I said, I just kind of do things. I feel these things are, people help me suggest suggestions, So if you know why, write them in that comment. So today, for the 5th time, my name is Trinity Stella. Says right there. Thank you for being here today and taking some time to join me, as this week was discussing the grandfather teachings, the 7 grandfather teachings, and how we can apply those teachings to our lives. So they are love, respect, truth, honesty, wisdom, humility, and I'm forgetting one, bravery. So Monday was humility. Tuesday was love. Truth was Thursday. And today is bravery. And that kind of flows right from standing in your truth, owning your truth. They all the teachings kind of flow together. You can't do one without doing another, or you can do some today, but yeah, so they all work together in alignment to keep us aligned with who we are and who we want to become. And let's see, so how does that flow from truth to bravery? So standing in your truth is being who you are. Not trying to be somebody who you're not trying to put up a front on, like pretending you're not scared when you are, pretending you have all the answers and you don't. Just pretending to be something or somebody you're not. And standing in your truth, that takes acts of bravery. And why do we pretend to be something we're not? Is because there's fear. And we all have fear. Fear is a human, I want to say, emotion or human experience. And fear can literally, fear stops us from a lot of things. Fear cripples us from becoming who we want to become, because being different scares people. Being different from the crowd and walking your own path, it's lonely. It's lonely, and having a balance between your mind, your body, and your spirit. My spiritual side, feeding my spirit, means I pray to Creator. I thank Him for everything that He's given me. And I pray to my ancestors for walking with me and supporting me and guiding me, keeping me protected. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, as long as we are walking in our truth and living a good life. We all have roles to play, and each of our roles is different. And finding that role it's the challenge of your life's journey, and taking brave acts to find your role, to own that role, it's scary, because like I said, we all have different roles, we all have different paths, Our journeys are all different and we're all unique. We're all special. We all have gifts to share with the world. And to find those gifts, we have to overcome that fear of being different and feeling like we're walking alone. Like, sometimes it feels lonely to be on this path because I have to focus. I get distracted really easy. And if I was in a relationship with somebody, my focus would be on that person. And right now I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a lot of obligations, not obligations, but responsibilities like school, work, and leading by example for my children. And in those times of loneliness, when I feel like I'm alone or trying to feel sad about things, that's when I meditate. Meditation helps, prayer helps, and then quieting the world around me helps to know that I'm not alone. I am guided, and Creator loves me. My ancestors love me, and that helps me understand why I am where I'm at. Like I said, I would be focused on, if I was in a relationship, I would be focused on the other person and not myself. And focusing on myself and the things that I need to do and take care of it's hard, but it's rewarding, and being brave helps me gain strength. Do you write in the comments how things, did you do a brave act today or this week? And how did you feel after you were brave, or you made a stand, or you stood up for something you believe in, or you stood up for somebody, or you spoke what was right when lies would be easier? And it takes practice, to go from telling or believing lies and finding out what the truth is. It's a scary thing, but overcoming that fear is always so rewarding. It's overcoming the pride of who I think I'm supposed to be. My pride thinks I'm supposed to be strong and not cry, and that's not going to affect me. That doesn't bother me. When true strength, true bravery is knowing that that does bother me and it does hurt me, and it hurts my feelings, and it's okay to cry. Because if it wasn't right to cry, we wouldn't be able to cry. So acts of bravery, leading by example and showing our children or the young ones what it means, and for the next 7 generations, because doing what is right today will follow us. And sometimes it's hard, like I said, scary, but I'll hit that live button every time just to overcome fear, because I don't want to be crippled by my fear. I don't let it cripple me anymore. I used to. And I would use, and I'm so grateful not to be the same person I was. I'm grateful that I am able to look at my past and know that I have the choices. I have the ability to choose today to be different and to make different choices. And not be the same person I was, even though that others were comfortable with that old me, you know, or that others were comfortable with me being the uncontrollable, the the substance use person, the angry person, the out of control person. You know, being out of control of myself allows others, systems, institutions control me. If I'm not in control of myself, then something else is in control of me. And now that I'm in control of myself, my thoughts, I realize that creator is everything. That's who's got the control, who and I just need to find my role. We find our roles, you know, we all play different roles. And I always like to say, to remember when I wanted to smoke weed. I wanted to be have that be a part of my life, but that's not in my role. And that's okay. You know, that's in other people's roles. And that's okay. Because we're all different. We're all unique. And I think it's awesome that when we do find our roles, how we all come together and we create this awesome, oh, I don't know how to say it, this awesome functioning crew. No, I want to say crew, family, movement. You know, when we're all embracing our gifts and our roles and standing in our truth and acts of bravery, it's awesome. It becomes a movement. It shifts the paradigm. It changes the system. The system changes. And having, you know, I wanted to talk too about yesterday about having compassion for one another, you know, because I'll say it again, we're all going through something, finding our way. And when we each understand that everybody's going through something to make the choices that they make, that helps us have more compassion for each other. And for me, it helped me have more compassion for others, knowing that somebody that hurt me is going through something. And, you know, I have the choice not to react to it, to feed that energy with more negative energy, and be brave and walk away, and knowing and holding my own power and not giving it away. So take 5, you know, these are all different, and I hope this hits home, hits nail on the head today, bravery. So tomorrow I think we have wisdom and respect left, and I think I would like to save respect for last, because that's a big one. And wisdom is gained through acts of bravery, you know, doing something when you know you could fail, but doing it anyways. And when you do make that mistake, then you learn from it. Lessons provide wisdom. And how do you gain wisdom without trying something, experiencing something? You know, lived experience provides wisdom. And yeah, so join me tomorrow. Wisdom. Alrighty, guys, you have a good day. And we'll see you tomorrow sometime between noon, 1 o'clock, before 7. Definitely. But I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me tonight, and drop in the comments how you think bravery where bravery at is in your life. You know, what outcomes have you received from your acts of bravery? Has it fueled your strength and your courage? Have you learned lessons? Yeah, so, you can apply these grandfather teachings no matter what your background is. You don't have to be um, any type of culture or whatever. These are just teachings I want to share with the world, that we can all apply these to our lives and choose better, be better people for one another, for our children, and the 7 generations that will come after us. It's not just all about us. We have to think ahead. All right. Peace, love, 100% respect, and I hope this is it. I don't know. 6th time might not be a charm. All right, Gigawabblemen, that means see you later in Ojibwe. We do not say goodbye. We say Gigawabblemen. All right. I love you guys.